How about a hand for Aaron McCormick? So I'm Chris Reed, and full disclosure, right now I'm high. I didn't smoke a joint or anything, I just live in Flint. It's just in the air, man. Flint's the only place I know where you can step out on your front porch and be like, it's nothing like a breath of fresh morning air. Fuck. Yeah, man, I haven't smoked a joint in 20 years and can't pass a drug test. Ain't that some shit? Right now I'm a substitute teacher, man. It's a tough job, too. These kids are out of control. That's because you can't beat them anymore. Back in the good old days, you used to be able to paddle a kid, stick him in the corner, smack him upside the head with a ruler, fun stuff. Now all that's just gone. It's like we're just on our own, man. So I've come up with my own way to get back at the kids that piss me off. Like right before recess, I'll be like, all right, we're about to have a spelling test, and here's how it works. I give you a word to spell, you spell it correctly, you get to go outside for recess. You spell it wrong, you spend recess in the office. Let's start over here with Skylar. Skylar, spell dog. Skylar's like D-O-G. Good job, Skylar, get in line. Next we'll go with Calvin. Calvin, spell cat. Calvin's like, that's easy, C-A-T. Get in line, Calvin, good job. Next we come to Steven, the little asshole. I'm like, oh, look whose turn it is next. Steven. Steven, spell anti-disestablishmentarianism. Steven's like, what? 10 seconds. Steven's like, A-N-T. Time's up. Looks like someone needs to work on his spelling skills. Oh, Steven hates me. And that's okay, because I hate him too. Yeah, one thing that I have found that helps me out with classroom management, though, is positive reinforcement. Giving the kids praise when they're doing a good job. So I'll walk around the room, I'd be like, oh, I like how Billy is sitting in his seat and raising his hand. And, oh, I really like how Susie is coloring inside the lines. Good job. It gives the other kids incentive to do well. This works so good, in fact, that I've started using these techniques in other areas of my life. Like last weekend, I hosted an orgy. Oh, I was all over that living room. I was like, oh, I like how Tina is tonguing the butthole. And, oh, I really like how Bill and Lucy are utilizing the couch for doggy style. Good job, guys. And of course, you always got your slackers. They'll be like, oh, I don't know, Paul. We're 10 minutes in and Becky's pants are still on. That pussy's not going to eat itself, buddy. Yeah, I used to have a little bit of stage fright, but I feel like I'm starting to get over it now. I've always been jealous of people that can get up on a microphone and command a room with, with confidence and charisma. Kind of like Hitler. Man, that dude knew how to speak to a crowd, didn't he? I got this theory that Hitler was really just a stand-up comedian, and the whole Holocaust thing was just a bit that people took way too seriously. Like, I can imagine Hitler, after a show backstage, chilling in the green room with the other comics, sipping on some Jägermeister and shooting the shit. Here comes his manager busting through the door. Mein Führer, great news! The crematoriums are now fully operational. We have 10,000 prisoners heading to Auschwitz as we speak. And Hitler's like, Scheißen! Those were just jokes, man! You mean they're actually putting the Jews in ovens? He's like, ja! Hitler's like, okay, so we just go with it then?
It's a joke because he said ja and not ya.
There you go.
There was a song about him starting to kill.
Well, as y'all can tell, I'm not all that PC. I think we've gotten a little bit too PC in this country. For instance, you can't even say Native Americans anymore. Now it's indigenous peoples. And I get it. I mean, you want to be accurate when you're talking about groups of people, but I gotta be honest, I am really glad that we grew up with the old school Indians on the TV shows when I was a kid. Like on the Cowboy and Indian movies. Could you imagine if they had used real Indians in those movies? What would that have been like? Be like, picture this. You got a posse full of cowboys, and they got an Indian cornered, right? They're about to kill him. Be like this.
Thank you.
We got you now, you mangy Injun. Any last words before I fill you full of lead? Tikka masala? Just wouldn't be the same, would it? No, wouldn't be the same at all. Well, I'm getting older by the minute. About to turn 52 here pretty soon. Things are different when you're in your 50s. Like Foreplay's different now. Me and my wife were younger, we used to be like grabbing on each other's butts and talking dirty to each other, like out in public too. Nowadays, Foreplay is like doing the dishes. Like my wife will call me up, she'll be like, honey, dinner's gonna be a little bit late tonight because when I get home I gotta put the groceries away and do the dishes before I can cook. I'd be like, that's all right, but I already did the dishes. She'd be like, you did the dishes?
Hey.
Oh. I'd be like, yep, and I dried them and put them away too. She'd be like, oh, damn! Oh my God! If I pick her up something from the store, I know I'm getting laid. She'd be like, you got me hummus? Oh, fuck! Oh my God!
That's what she sounds like.
Hey, that's for real. My ex, she used to drop hints whenever she wanted to fool around. She'd be back in the bedroom out here and there. She'd be like, I got this nice trim landing strip, but nothing ever lands on it. I'd be like, that's not true. What about the flies?
Damn.
All right, you guys have been great. Thank you.